Welcome back. It's Thirsty Thursday on Liquid Lunch. We got a lot to talk about today. Now, as those of you know who watch the show frequently, and thank you all for joining us, YouTube, Biz TV, Biz Talk Radio, all over the place, okay? Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being nice to my guest co-hosts, Aaron, and my buddy Fernando Uribe. But as you know, I've been jetting around the country, and one of the things that I'm working on is there's a group of really wealthy people who are big Trump supporters and big, libertarian types, okay, not necessarily Republicans, okay, and they want to put a big hunk of dough behind a company to start the first independent social media platform where you eliminate nudity porn and just have open adult conversations and not censor things, okay? So that's one of the things. And one of the top class action lawyers in probably the world, but definitely the country, was at one of these meetings and telling me that if Facebook continues to censor me, him and his team are willing to get behind me and bring a huge monster lawsuit against Facebook. And I really think that you're seeing Silicon Valley. Now remember, let me just point a few things out to you, okay? Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, and Dianne Feinstein all have serious roots right into San Francisco, into California, notably San Francisco, okay? Silicon Valley, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google, they're all right there in Silicon Valley. So what do they want? They have a vested interest, Silicon Valley, along with their cohorts, in Nancy Pelosi, who's worth, by the way, Nancy Pelosi's been in government for almost 50 years. She's worth $200 million. Okay, so, riddle me this. Your pay has gone from $60,000 a year to $175,000 a year. Pretty good. You don't get $200 million with compounded interest. Okay, so anyhow, I am seriously considering taking this guy up on his offer to bring an action against Facebook, and millions of other people will join me in this action because they have been robbing us for years, reselling our data, slicing and dicing the data. They actually got tricked in the last election into allowing Cambridge Analytica to manipulate their data. Okay, so now they're in on the joke, and they're actually suppressing votes because they don't want people to hear the news, the real news. The New York Post is not the National Enquirer, okay? It's just not. They refer to it as a tabloid because they got a lot of pictures in there, but New York Post is a trusted news source. And if you look at all this crap coming out now on Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and everything else, okay? Show me one statement from Team Biden, any social media company, any supposed legitimate news media company, okay, MSDNC, okay, the Clinton Cartel Network, CNN, okay, show me something that they said, these emails are fake. They don't. They don't say they're fake. They say, oh, it's a discredited source, Rudy Giuliani has a bone to pick, and he too. Show me where they said that these things are fake, okay? Rudy Giuliani's team, his attorney, okay, they have the actual receipt that Hunter Biden signed when he dropped off the computer. Okay, there's no question, none at all, that this was Hunter Biden's laptop, and the evidence on the laptop is grossly in favor of the people of America knowing Joe Biden has been a corrupt politician for most of his career. And for at least the last 10 years, he's been using his son Hunter as a conduit to get money to him and his brother James and others. Okay, by the way, then I mentioned there's a $3 million credit line out there that was given to Hunter and James Biden, Joe's brother. And and everyone from Hunter to James and James's wife and others had credit cards against that line, which was funded by China. Okay, so the China's going to get even worse. But I don't care. I'm ripping it up all day today. And if Facebook wants to start screwing with me again, I'm going to sue their ass. Okay? So now, check this out. Okay? In one of the emails, and there's thousands of them, Rudy is just going to start leaking them out every day now. Okay? You see there on the top, it says from James Gillar, expectations. You see all the other folks on there, Hunter, Rob Walker, okay? As I had already alluded, we have discussed and agreed the following remuneration for packages. Chair, Vice Chair, CEFC, Hunter, $850,000 a year. CEO, Tony, $850,000. James, International Consultancy Agreement, Business Development, James Biden, $500,000. Rob, $500,000. Jim, unknown, not agreed yet. Okay. Sanan, under EEIG agreement, $72,000. So this guy's like, a low-level guy. Hunter has some office expectations. He'll elaborate. Approximately $15K a month for coke, crack, hookers, whatever else he needs. And at the moment, there's a provisional agreement. The equity will be distributed as follows: 20% H, Hunter. 20% RW, 20% JG, 20% TB, 10% Jim, that's James Biden, and 10% held by H for the big guy. Okay? So I'm going to call Joe Biden the big guy for now on, because now we know. And I tell you, I followed a million mafia cases. I read them. I check it out. You see how the government gets them, how they catch them. Okay, if you followed the, Governor Andrew Cuomo here in New York, his right-hand man, Joe Percoco, is sitting in prison right now for a similar scheme where he was getting paid by some of these developers in Rochester, and their code was bring 3 boxes of macaroni, 3 boxes of pasta. Okay, and it is tomorrow's National Pasta Day, so be prepared for that. But 3 boxes of pasta, and that meant 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Every box of pasta had a quantity attached to it, and their emails about pasta. Now we know that in the code, in the email code, like pizza is like a pedophile thing. They put pizzas to say they want a little boy or a little girl. Or what is it, Nico? The pizza's a girl?
Pizza's a little girl.
Pizza's a little girl. So the government knows that. The FBI tracks down pedophiles by looking for these pizza messages. So when you're doing stuff shady, you come up with like code words. You shouldn't be emailing at all if you know anything. But now we know that in their conversations, Joe Biden is the big guy. More on the big guy and his crackhead son right after this.